Welcome to your 30 days tryout period of the RadarOpus full library with more than 1600 volumes. When you start RadarOpus, you probably come here to the Welcome window, and at the left you see a list of documents. This is here the section of the repertories, which mentions a long list of repertories, and if I go down to concepts and families. Now, to make sure that you see all documents in all languages, go to the local options, click on it, select languages, and then click on select all and close this again. Do the same for the references. So in the local options of the references, open it, click on languages, and then click on select all and close the local options again. Now in the section of repertories, you will see a large number of repertories. Many smaller ones, medium ones, like for example here Bogen-Beuninghausen repertory. There's here the Beuninghausen pocket book. You have Kent repertory. There's Murphy repertory. And if I go further down, I have here Schoen Synthesis Treasure Edition. If I single click on a title, it opens here to the right. Now, concepts are documents which point to rubrics in the repertory. So, for example, I click here on Petrucci, Roberto Petrucci Children Concepts. I single click on it to open it. Now, to look up something in this document, in the left upper corner, I click here on the binoculars. I select here, for example, school, then go to, and you see here anxiety for school. If I hold my mouse over this little synthesis icon, you will see the rubrics to which it points. So the rubrics related to anxiety in school. Okay, let's go further down. Families of remedies. These are documents with a grouping of remedies. So let me just select one. Taylor Kingdom of Families. It opens here to the right. If in the left I click here on the binoculars, and for example I select here animals, and I go for example here to the mollusca and then go to, you see all the sublevels of the mollusca, and you will see those levels where we have a known homeopathic remedy. Okay, I scroll here upwards again. Now let's click here on the references. This is a long list of documents with a variety of structure. So it starts with the real materia medica. It's a long list, so let me just select one here, the English Burke Pocket Manual. If I single click on it, to the right it opens. And you see it opened here in this tab. And I have here a different tab. And if I click on the little triangle, you will see that synthesis is there, the kingdoms, families, and the concepts. If I click here on the top of the pocket menu, you'll see no triangle yet. If I open another document, so for example here bird, characteristic materia medica, you will see the little triangle, that there are now more documents open in this tab. So I scroll further down, and it's a long list. I come to the section of the keynotes. The section keynotes contain the smaller materia medica documents. There are comparative materia medica, for example here Farrington, comparative materia medica with therapeutic hints. If I go further down, you see therapeutics. So for example here Borland influenza or Borland pneumonia. I go further down, it's also a very long list. Then I come to the provings, and provings contain not only modern provings but also older proving books, or books which can be considered to contain mostly proving material. For example here the Allen Encyclopedia. And you will find also, if I go further down, you will also find here from Hahnemann, Materia Medica Pura and Chronic Diseases. So I go further down and I come to the section of the journals with a great number of more recent and older journals. So I go down, down, down. For example, here the German Staff's Archives. Then I come to other therapies. For example, here Bach flowers, or an Italian book on chemotherapy. And by the way, remember that you can always add here a Google translation. So I click here on English and the whole document will be translated. Okay, then you have a section of philosophy. So Hahnemann organon is located here. Let me find the English one. So I click on it and you have here the Hahnemann organon. And I go further down, then I have proceedings and conferences. So these are, for example, seminar accounts. So let me go down. You see André Cerny, Jonathan Shore, Ananda Zaren. Then I have a section of the history and biography, Bradford Life and Letters or Hale. Then a section of documents with the cases. So you see from Goekens, English and German books. Then there is dictionaries and other types of documents. So these two table of contents contain in total more than 1600 volumes. Now please take the time to look at the tutorial videos how you can do searches. I will only show you here briefly how this works. So let me go here to the repertories and click here on Schooiens. Now, of course, I can look up rubrics via the find icon, and I can select here urine, bloody, and go to, and I'm here at the rubric bloody urine. But let's say I do not know where something is located. Then I can search on one or more word combinations. I can open the simple search with the question mark on the keyboard, or you see here the icon search with the sub icon. This is the basic search with F4 or also question mark, and this is the advanced search. They work more or less the same. So I select here the search and I type here a word. So for example, urine, enter, bloody, enter to select it, and make sure you have here selected where you want to search in. I prefer to search in the current document only as default. You can set this default here in the local options and select here the default search location current document only. If I press now enter on the keyboard again, or in the left upper corner I click on the search icon, I start my search through the current document only, and that is the synthesis repertory. So I came from the synthesis repertory, so that's called the current document only, and you see 64 rubrics with the word combination urine, bloody. So this is when you search through one document. Now you can also search through your whole homeopathic library. So I select here all documents and the search is done again, but now through all repertories, all concepts and all reference documents. So at the left you see the table of contents of the search result. You first see the repertories and how often it has found it. Then the materia medica. If I go down, the keynotes. So just give an example here. I click on Lippe keynotes and redline symptoms. At the right now I see all the symptoms with this word combination of blood and urine. If I want to see such a symptom in its context, I just double click on it and it opens that document. So here I'm in equisetum in Lippe keynotes and redline symptoms. If I click on the tab of search, I'm back here in my search result. So I can go further down and you see where it has found this word combination in the provings, the journals, philosophy, proceedings, and in the clinical cases. So in your 30 days tryout period, you have access to all repertories and all references. Let me just give you one more example. I click here on references and, for example, Morrison, and I open here Morrison Desktop Guide to Keynotes. I single click on it, at the right Morrison opens. Of course you can look up a remedy, so if I click here on the binoculars, I can select here the remedy, so for example aloe, and go to, and I'm in aloe. But now you want to find in the Morrison Desktop Guide all remedies where he mentions a certain word or a certain pathology. So I see here, for example, aggravate by music or hates music. I can now search through the whole Morrison Desktop Guide if there are also other remedies where he mentions the word music. So on the keyboard I press question mark, or in the left upper corner I select here search and I type here music. And again, make sure that you have here selected search in the current document only, and I press enter again, or in the left upper corner I click on the search icon, and you see that in the desktop guide the word music has been found 26 times. So if I want to go to one of these symptoms in its context, so for example here from grief and music, I just double click on it, and you see here that it is mentioned in a section of comparison. If I go up, it is the remedy here, our metallogram, of course, I see it there also, and here it is. So make sure you look at the specific videos how you can do searches. So the simple search and the advanced search.